morning. It's morning for me anyway. It's Thanksgiving. I can't see the date on the stupid computer. 11/28/2024. Hi, girls. It's relatively early in the morning. Oh. I'm having it rough, but I'm thankful. I'm having it rough. Remember when I said that there's things weighing on me? I hurt my back again. Yet again. And yeah, I'm having it rough. Not sure what's going to happen with it. This darn back of mine. It's caused me problems since I was a kid. Anyway. Sorry. I was looking at... well, maybe I'll show you. I think I might have shown you a few of these. We already looked at them, I know. I keep a bunch of videos and I collect them. Just when I'm feeling a bit down, I need to know that other people experience the same crap I do. It's kind of the reason I make these for you. That's the reason I used to say, same brain. All the crap you go through, it's not just you. Because that's what happens is a lot of people start thinking, this is just me. It's not. It's that we live in a world where people want to put on a show for the rest of the world that they're doing great. Social media is, in my opinion, social media is the Antichrist. The Antichrist is what takes people away from Christ. And nothing does that more, it would seem to me anyway. Nothing does that better than social media. Or just our phones in general. I can't tell you how many times I see little kids just wanting to play with their parents and their parents on their damn phones. It's infuriating. Oh, so anyway, I watch some of these just shorts, and every single time, Monkey, I think of you because I gave you crap for your TikTok because I was stupid, and I'm sorry about that. Sorry, I'm stupid. Well, here. A few of these you've probably seen before, but I'm going to watch them again. Oh, I found a new one, though. Because this reminded me of you guys.
Scaring my dad haunted VR prank. His reactions had me on the floor.
Monkey, is that you? So he's doing VR. Oh, light.
Oh my god.
Gonna get
Oh
right.
my god, did you see that little girl?
Oh my god. I can't go there.
Was that the dead body?
Oh my god. What do I do?
Oh my god, you gotta go.
What do I do? I
No,
can't.
no, you gotta go.
How can I go? I can't. My brain won't let me push the thing off.
But you have to.
My brain will not allow me to move my finger to go in that direction.
Need some help?
I can't.
Go, go, go. You need to see. You need to see. What is that? Go look. Go look. Hurry up. Oh my god. It's a dog. It's a dog. It's a dog. It's eating something.
It's bizarre to me when I can see the same thing you're seeing. You're not helping me.
Okay, but it's just.
But you're not helping me.
Okay, but it's just a dog.
Oh.
It's not something.
Yeah, it's just a dog eating a human.
Is it?
It's nothing, yeah. No big deal. Let me go pet it. See if it wants to come home with me.
Scaring my dad.
Because Monkey, that, I mean,
haunted VR prank. His reactions had me
Monkey?
on the floor.
that's funny. That's really funny. That means they took the time after you put on the VR headset or before, and she just hid to get all prepped for that. And that's a good prank. That's pretty funny. A bunch of these. Yeah. I don't even know where to start. Well, here.
So how do people quit drinking? Well, no treatment centers work.
Really?
And people quit.
That's true, by the way. No treatment centers work. If we've already watched this one together, it's pointless. Those people are in the money-making business, and they have an agenda to keep people exactly the way they are. That's horrible. I know, I'm sorry, I even have to say that, but that's true.
The most reliable cure for alcoholism is religious transformation, and that's been known even among the secular, what would you say, psychiatrists for like 80 years. Well, what happens when you decide you're going to do something other than drink? Okay. You got to get rid of all your friends, because all your friends are drunks, right? You got to get rid of probably a fair chunk of your family. All of your social habits are wrong, every single one of them. Everything you do that isn't work, that's alcohol related, that's your life, all that has to be replaced. You need a replacement. So I would say to young men who are listening to this podcast, for example, if you want to stop engaging in a self-destructive, impulsive, and juvenile habit, whatever it is, make a plan. So how to be...
Well, make a plan. They cut it short there, but it's true. You got to change everything in your life. I'm not saying that you need to, and hopefully you never deal with that problem. But it's tough because people have turned to that alcohol as a replacement for love. That's what it is. They aren't getting love for one reason or another. Either they are not themselves and they don't feel loved, or they're just not getting love from people. That's why people start putting on shows. That's the reason people will start putting on this show that I was just talking about, is because they think that's how they get love. Yeah, it's tough. And then one of my favorite...
No, you have to hit rock bottom. That's the way up. You hit rock bottom is beautiful. The struggle of coming back is beautiful. That struggle. It's hard. It doesn't appear like it's beautiful when you're going through it, but it's just being tested. And without a test, there's no testimony. Life tests you. Sometimes life annihilates you. But it's only up to you if you want to take some more. It's going to dish it out. But eventually, if you don't quit, it'll be merciful to you. No.
Yeah, that one.
The world is like a ride at an amusement park, and when you choose to go on it, you think it's real, because that's how powerful our minds are. And the ride goes up and down and round and round. It has thrills and chills, and it's very brightly colored, and it's very loud, and it's fun for a while. Some people have been on the ride for a long time. They begin to question, is this real or is this just a ride? And other people have remembered, and they come back to us and they say, hey, don't worry, don't be afraid, because this is just a ride. And we kill those people. Shut him up. We have a lot invested in this ride. Shut him up. Look at my furrows of worry. Look at my big bank account and my family. This has to be real. It's just a ride. We can change it anytime we want. It's only a choice. No effort, no work, no job, no savings of money. A choice right now between fear and love. The eyes of fear want you to bigger locks on your door.
Yeah.
Close yourself off. The eyes of love instead see all of us as one. Here's what we can do to change the world right now. To a better mind.
So that one, it's natural to get fear. It's 100% natural. That's my anti-fear video. Bill Hicks, comedian a long time ago. And the whatever you want to call the evilness that kind of surrounds us that's out there, there's good too, but there's also evil that surrounds us. It wants you to fear stuff. It wants you to fear stuff. I just bit my tongue. And if you start fearing things, then all kinds of stuff goes sideways. I'm guilty of it. I'm 100% guilty of it because one of the realizations I had recently was I fear now letting people into my life because I've been burned so badly. I fear letting people in because I'm afraid to get hurt again. That's terrible. That's the opposite of love. And I'm still learning. If you think I got all this figured out, I don't. I just know what I've experienced so far. That's it. And so I try to share that with people who are clearly in fear. And that if they're in fear, there's really not too much you can do for them. They have to have that religious experience that that the other video just talked about. When I feel like it's just me, this guy.
You've been struggling with change lately. Let's talk about it. We've got like 8 things. Is that cool? Cool. Number 1, breathe. It's okay. Number 2, don't shy from opportunity. Growth demands discomfort. The hill's turning brown is part of the process. Embrace it. Number 3, as time goes on, you will grow and change paths. Others may try to hold you back. They'll say you've changed. You're supposed to. Number 4, stop stressing about what's next. It's all gonna be okay in the end. And if it's not okay, it's not the end. Number 5, not one person became great by playing it safe. Take the risk and bet on yourself. Everyone has the potential for greatness, except B-Shred. That guy sucks. Number 6, your value is not determined by what you provide others. If all they do is take, stop giving. Number 7, stay humble and accept responsibility for your mistakes. No matter what, you will experience failure. From failure comes wisdom. Number 8, and the most important, one of the greatest tragedies in life is that you will be loved more than you will ever know. You will brighten others' paths without knowing. You will be the cause of change. You're enough. Love yourself today. What's up, kid? Mike.
2 things on that one. V-Shred, who he refers to there, is a guy who's a scammer, telling people how to lose weight and get in shape. He's a kind of a fraud. I'm not going to speak ill of him, but maybe I just did. I didn't mean to. He is seen by a lot of people as a fraud. Let me rephrase that. And so a lot of people don't care for him. I don't know. I don't have anything against the guy. But take responsibility. You know, it's the end is if it's not okay, it's not the end. One of the biggest things that scares the crap out of me, fear. You know, I've done a lot of shit wrong. A lot of it. And I'm regretful and sorry for every single one. I try to live. I'm not going to say that line. Live your best life. No, I just try to live as righteous of a life as I can. I'm not a righteous person. I'm just trying to live a righteous life now. But what scares the crap out of me, I know what I've done wrong. But what scares me is the stuff that I might not know. That induces fear in me. And sorrow and like, oh my God, how did I get myself to a place where I don't even know what I've done wrong? And I'm not even talking about the being drunk and doing stupid crap. I mean that too, but not just that. I'm talking about the things on a daily basis where I don't even realize that I've hurt someone's feelings or done something just wrong. And just because I have blinders on to the world, I don't even realize it. The reason I think that is because I see people do it all the time. They don't even know. And so I'm not upset with them for screwing up. I'm upset with them for not paying attention. It's like a bad driver. You know, someone driving down the road and cuts you off. Geez, you know, you almost get in an accident. Now, I'm not mad that they cut me off. I'm mad that they're not paying attention. Pay attention to what you're doing. And for a long time, and even now, there are times where I just get to a point where I'm not paying attention because I'm consumed with something else. Something stupid. And, yeah, that scares me. That I did things wrong, and I'm doing things wrong, and I'm going to do things wrong that I don't even realize. And because of it, I might impact others. I don't want to do that. I want to be a good influence so badly, like really, really badly. I want to be a good influence. Make people's lives better in some way. I'm not very good at that. And then, yeah.
Nothing makes fucking sense. Life makes no sense. You're on a planet right now. You think you're in America? Zoom out. You're on a space rock floating in nothingness, infinite nothingness, and the infinite nothingness is expanding. That means endlessness is getting bigger. That makes no fucking sense. You know, this act like it's normal. Everything's made of molecules. Okay. Got it. I'll never think about that again. I'm made of molecules, you're made of molecules, the air between it's all made of molecules. That makes no fucking sense. These molecules know they're molecules. These molecules are like, I'm pee. That doesn't make any sense.
That's one I watch regularly because when things don't make sense, I think I told you. Like, I've told you about this, and this just blew my mind that science is catching up with religion. The double slit experiment. Look it up. I'll give you the rundown. But essentially, the double slit experiment talks about us interacting with the world changes our reality. That sounds really simple, but it means existence, just existence, changes when we look at it. That makes no fucking sense.
Only way to really get free is to have some forgiveness, you know. And all any of us are is just kids that are just getting older, you know, and just trying our best in the world. And sometimes it takes time. You can't really force it, you know. But I think we can get into practices that help us get closer to forgiveness.
Same brain, right? I got in trouble for saying that. But that's what I'm trying to tell you. We're just kids. If you think that grown-ups are any different than you, or what, you know, a 6-year-old, 7-year-old, no, we're exactly the same. We just happen to have been around a little bit longer. What ends up happening for adults, and maybe this is part of the test, is that as we learn more, we get more responsibilities. So we have to handle more. The confusion that you feel right now, that you felt as a kid, that you will feel later on, that confusion always exists. The people that pretend that they have got it all figured out, and while I try and give you my experience, I don't have it figured out. The people that pretend they have it all figured out are the most dangerous people on the planet, and I'm convinced that they're actual evil. I don't even know that they're human. What kind of a human being can pretend to just, like, I've got everything figured out. I can't even say those words without feeling uncomfortable. That's terrible. No, we're just in bigger bodies with more wrinkles. Exactly like you. Everything that you're experiencing, everybody else is experiencing.
The fundamental enemies of Christ in the Gospels are the Pharisees and the scribes and the lawyers. So what does that mean? The Pharisees are religious hypocrites. The scribes are academics who worship their own intellect. And the lawyers are the legal minds who use the law as a weapon. And so they're the enemy of the Redeemer. That's a subplot in the gospel stories. And that actually all means something. The Pharisaic problem is that the best of all possible ideas can be used by the worst actors in the worst possible way. And maybe this is an existential conundrum, is that the most evil people use the best possible ideas to the worst possible ends.
So that's exactly what I was talking about just right now. What is all over my hand? Well, apparently the armrest on my chair is falling apart. Oh well. The people that pretend to have it all figured out. The Pharisees, which were the ultra religious people around, Jesus Christ's time. They pretended that they were the holy ones. They pretended to have it all figured out. They pretended to have the connection with God. Here, you come to me, and I'll connect you with God. That's like someone saying, here, you come to me, to like a husband and a wife, or two wives, or two husbands. Whatever. I don't care. It's like someone saying, here, you two come to me when you want to show affection to each other. I'll be the conduit. I will be the passageway for you to express that love. I've got it all figured out. By the way, just give me $100. Huh? The scribes just wrote history. And then, of course, lawyers. I'm not getting into that one. Not even going to touch it because today is a day for thankfulness. But what he's referring to is how lawyers, one, pretend to know it all. Two, will use something good for evil. It's the way I explained this to somebody before is when you're lost in the woods and you stumble across somebody who says, I know the way. Follow me. Now you trust that person because you're lost. And then this person who pretends to know the way takes you to some place that you don't want to go. And then they use the legal system as a means to get you there. Bad. Depression.
When I'm depressed, if I can get into that quiet space, it's the space that's noticing the thoughts. So if you think, I'm hungry, we always just think that I'm hungry is the thought in the animal, and then we eat, and it goes, thank you. Who's talking to who, really? I would say that the thought is talking to your awareness, your base awareness, your witness. So that's what's watching your thoughts. And if you can get into that, you see how impartial and unswayed by your life circumstance this witness really is. It's just there. It's neutral. It's just isness. It's just this. And it's just watching. It's compassionate. It's involved. It's invested. But it's not really as connected and tied to the events of your life story as you are, as your false self is. I found it helpful, and this is something Ram Dass taught me, is instead of identifying with the depression and saying, I am depressed, what I'm thinking is, there is depression.
Yeah, that's a big one for me. We're going through all of them here. Oh my goodness. It's not a trick. I was going to say I've learned this trick. It's not a trick. It's awareness. It's consciousness. It's, I used to get angry a lot because I felt frustrated because I wanted an outcome, a certain way for things to go. And when it wouldn't go that way, all right, I'd try a little harder, and then the frustration builds, and then you end up acting out if you don't get it under control. But just like he says, if you can step back, like now I've gotten angry, like just recently, frustrated, back's all jacked up again. But if I can step back and go, oh, I'm feeling frustration right now. If I can step back and just for a second pull myself out of that and acknowledge the chemical reaction that's going on in my brain. Oh, I'm feeling frustrated. Oh, I'm feeling lonely. Oh, I'm feeling, whatever the feeling is. And anger, again, I think I've said this hundreds of times by now to you. Anger, I don't believe anger to be an emotion. I believe anger to be a reaction to unidentified emotions. I prove that by the guy who watches his football team score a touchdown and look angry. Yeah! That he's experiencing an emotion and it's happiness, joy. He hasn't identified it yet. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, okay, there, and it goes away. Well, kind of. You really have to step back, pull yourself out of it. It's not easy to do. It comes easier with practice. But when you're feeling any of those emotions, and you just pull yourself out and go, I'm feeling depression. Okay, depression. Then you're acknowledging what's going on with you, and you can start to address it and figure something out. I'm feeling depression. I'm going to reach out. I'm going to reach out to my support group, my circle of friends. And if you don't have that, well, then that's what God is for. That's not just what God is for, but God can help you with that. I promise you. And when you do, when you turn to God in those sorts of situations, the blessings show up. But yeah, pull yourself out of it when you're feeling it. Try your best. Try your absolute best.
Whatever happens to you when you tell the truth is the best thing that could happen, no matter how it looks to you.
As soon as you, as a person, decide that you're not going to lie anymore, and that whatever problem that you have, you're going to deal with that problem right then where it presents itself, it'll show you a whole new side of you.
Why do people think there's something wrong with you?
I just tell the truth, and telling the truth is crazy in a world full of lies.
Nietzsche said that you could tell much about a man's character by how much truth he could tolerate. There's an idea in the great Western tradition that the truth is the way and the path of life, and that no one comes to the Father except through the truth. I believe that to be the case because I don't think that you can manifest who you are without the truth. And so I think it's literally and metaphorically true that the pathway to who you could be if you were completely who you were is through the truth.
One of the hardest things sometimes for the human to do is get to the point where they stop lying to themselves. Where they tell themselves the truth. They speak the truth to themselves. Now, you gotta face the reality of who you are.
I watched that one probably the most. So I've taken a sip of my 300 milligram caffeine here. Having been a liar and experiencing that, it's another reason I get scared about the things that I don't know I've done. Because I'm not lying about it. I just don't know. Like, if we ever get to talk about stuff and you say, hey, Dad, you did this, I'm never going to say, no, I didn't, which is a terrible thing to do during a quote-unquote argument. That starts the argument. That's what starts the argument. Someone comes to you and says, hey, you did this and it upset me. No, I didn't. Oh, well, I guess my reality just doesn't matter to you one damn bit, does it? But I lived a ton of lies. it's really difficult for me to talk about because of the remorse. But that's why I didn't feel loved. Think about it. If you're living a lie, you know it. Hopefully you know it. If you don't know it, oof. And I mean, if you're just too stupid to realize it, like me. That's not lying, I guess. That's just being ignorant. But if you're living a lie where you know you've created one lie and they always get bigger, there's no way around that. The moment you start lying, the lies start growing. Well, now you know you're living a lie. Any love you receive from anybody, one, is not real because you're living a lie. And you know that. You know that, like, I'm the person giving me that love is giving the lie love. And so now you have to continue to live that lie. Or at least you think you do. You don't actually have to. Because if those people actually love you, they'll still love you when you admit to having lied. They'll still, oh, okay, yeah. Hey, you know what? I've done that too. The people like the Pharisees, the scribes, and the lawyers that they were talking about, they'll come down on you. But you don't want those people around anyway. And it's so easy to fall into that trap. That's why I watch that one so much. Because it's so easy just to start twisting reality in our brain. So, yeah. Yeah. That one's a rough one. You probably noticed my eyes like shift. And it's always, I notice a lot of comedians. A lot of these people who, a lot of them, now that I'm seeing them, are comedians. Comedy. Do you know why girls like funny guys? Do you know why? And why guys like funny girls? To be funny, you have to be smart. You have to be. You have to critically think. You have to have thought about things in a way that most people don't. And then to be able to tell jokes about that and tell it in a funny way is even more intelligent. So when you are attracted to a guy or girl that makes you laugh, that's why. It's because it's actually a very big sign of intelligence. That's why I'm so funny. Truth and consequences right next to each other.
You will absolutely 100% pay in full for everything that you've done and for everything that you haven't done. I mean, how could it be otherwise?
Yeah.
It's like, what are you going to do? Reality is going to make itself manifest because of your whim? That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So, and you can think about that religiously or not. There's no escaping from what is. The other thing I learned that was terrifying was I never saw anyone in my therapeutic practice ever get away with anything even once. Like, there's that old idea that God has a book and everything you do is written down. It's like, that's not just an idea. You get away with nothing. And of course it makes sense. It's like, reality is real. And you distort and bend it at your peril. And you may produce a rift temporarily, but that will snap closed on you. And you may not even notice the connection between your initial sin, failure to meet the target, to hit the target, and the consequences of that. But the consequences are inevitable. And it's even worse than that, because not only are they inevitable, they tend to multiply. And so all of that, to the degree that I've been capable, has scared me straight, let's say. It's like, no, I'm not going down that path.
Yeah, scared me straight. Excuse me. Jordan Peterson that's who that guy is. A clinical psychologist. I don't agree with everything he says, and I like that because that motivates me to look into what he says. I don't just discount him. I'm like, I don't know. Like he was talking about, we'll come up with a plan for people who need to get off the booze and the drugs. Okay, well, what's the plan? But he talks about having never seen somebody get away with anything. And I'm not looking to get away with anything. What I'm looking to do is make things right from the things I have done. Inevitably, I still do things to screw things up. So the consequences scare me, and they scare me relatively straight. And I say relatively only because I'm stupid, and I still do things that I don't intend to do. But then there are people who just do things intentionally to hurt people. And that's... They're out there. Those are the ones I'm like, how can they be human? It's gross. It's gross. I was looking at 9gag earlier, right before I started recording. I was looking for something funny. And normally it's funny stuff. And it might be underneath this. I don't know. The first video on 9gag was this guy who clearly has gone through some shit. And you wouldn't think it. Don't judge a book by its cover. Because you'll see here in a minute, in just a second. If you saw this guy walking down the street, you'd be terrified of him. But remember, I like I said, everybody is just like you, and everybody's going through a struggle if they're human. If somebody's not struggling, steer clear of them. And if someone doesn't show forgiveness, steer clear of them. It's just, those are the red flags. Those are absolutely the red flags. When they pretend to have it all together, they show no forgiveness, they show no mercy, they show no kindness. And if they collect money to do it, stay away. That's genuine evil, if you ask me.
Been brought up in Kent, being sexually abused as a kid. I lost my brother 26 years ago. He committed suicide over it. You learn to live with it. Every day's a struggle. You've got to wake up. That's a blessing for me.
What do you do now? What's your focus?
Well, just trying to survive.
Do you think we could do to help you? Anything you need?
No, I'm managing.
So
I need to start having counselling.
I also have counselling. I think it's a healthy thing to have.
It's good to get off your chest.
It's such a taboo, isn't it, saying you have counselling? I think it's a mistake. I think people have less mental health issues if they get someone to talk to them.
I think it's one of the points. Some of us, we're embarrassed to talk about this. It's why we have the problems.
Thank you for being an honest, open, caring human. Excuse me.
So he just goes up to him. Do you have any dreams?
Example of one of your dreams.
Just to be happy.
Just be happy.
And loved and in peace.
How do you achieve that? If people listening want to learn how to do it, what do you think the answer is?
Put the music on low, just chill. Yeah, and go
So,
for
just turn the sound off for a second. But, you look at the guy. You think, that guy's dangerous. He's probably domestically violent. No, it's one of the sweetest guys ever. One thing I've found, and I actually had this conversation with somebody in the sober houses when I was doing that whole mess. Same thing. Guy had face tattoos, tatted up. It looked a lot like that guy, actually, but a younger version. And he said, I try to hide behind these. I try to hide behind the tattoos, and it doesn't do any good. I remember that so well. It doesn't do any good. And he just was sad. He just wanted to be happy and to be loved and in peace. That guy's not going to hurt you. It's the people that dress up in fancy lawyer outfits with glasses, and those are the people that water you. 100%. That guy's not gonna. Demons and evil don't look like that. They don't. They look like the nice people. What's the, oh my gosh, the phrase of how the devil will always disguise himself as the angel of light. The devil, if we're just talking about the evil spirits, not the guy with the horns or whatever we personified it into. No. Not going to show up looking evil like in every movie. No, they're going to look. They're going to show up looking like the most handsome or the most beautiful woman ever. And they're always going to be so caring. You need to listen to me. I care about you. That's how they get you. All right, anyway. What is going on here? What the? No. And she pours water on it. Okay. All right. Okay. And she, well, that's how house fires start. Okay. You may not remember, but we trained for this. Remember when I had you put out fires? The fire's in the kitchen, in the pan. There's meant to be fire there. It's okay. It's built for that. It's built for a fire. It produces fire. If your pan catches on fire, leave it there. It's fine. Yeah, it's really scary looking, but it's not going to hurt you again. And never put water in the pan. Ever. I don't care what. Have a lid near you. If you're ever cooking something in a pan, any kind of pan, doesn't matter. Have a lid. Lids. Very important. The title of this video is going to be Lids. Lids. You just, fire goes out. It's over. Oh my God, there's a fire. There's no more fire. If you panic, things turn into that. Yeah, she's running around with the fire, throws it in the sink, blasts some water on it, and whammo! Yeah. Oh, God. Oh.
That cafe yesterday, sitting there, and then I overheard a couple having an argument. You know when you hear that sweet nectar of life? You know when you like pause your own music?
I've done this actually.
And they're going at it. And then I look who the couple is. It's two gay guys going at it. Shit was crazy. They like both made sense. Everybody stayed on one topic. Nobody was bringing up old shit. Just two logical, superior brains trying to find a solution. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, you know. I got nothing on that one. I'm crying though. It's funny. Oh. I was over at Serrano's. This couple. You ever see, like, you know, I'm sure by now you have, when two people are arguing, but they're trying to keep it quiet. The reason I'm laughing is you had to have been there. But the woman was... And the guy just trying to keep it together. All right. And out of nowhere, the guy just goes, "What do you want me to do?" Like really quietly. He did it really quietly. I hope they worked it out. I'm sure they did, right? But she just kept going at him. Quietly. I don't know what she was saying to him. What do you want me to do? Don't back somebody into a corner during an argument. Try and work with them. Hey, look, here's what's going on. I still love you. But here's what's going on. We don't need to fight. What's going on? Chimpanzees. Strong as hell. The insane strength of a chimpanzee. Yeah.
You help me up?
This is why I come to 9gag. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's great. That's what happens when you put a penny in a microwave for 2 minutes. Oh god. You just made me start a fire in the house. Well, it wouldn't actually do that. But don't put anything metal. Do not put anything metal in a microwave. Ever. It might not do any damage. Like, the thing's not going to explode. Okay? It's not going to explode. It's going to put on a hell of a light show, but it's not going to explode. No metal. A while back, people were blowing up their phones because somebody put on Twitter or something that if you put your iPhone in the microwave for 30 seconds, it'll charge 0 to 100%. So everybody started putting their damn phones in microwaves because they don't understand electricity. Same thing with Tide Pods and all that crap. If you see it on the internet, just ignore it. Have a good laugh. Metal doesn't shrink. Oh, Jesus. I don't know if I can handle the cuteness overload right now. Oh, God. Too much cute.
The knife under.
Christina, take the knife guard off. There's a knife underneath
I was
that.
wondering why she
Surprise. Turn your knife around. Turn your knife around.
Yeah. For a sharper cut or what?
You want to cut something with the sharp end of the knife.
You're pounding crawfish in a mortar and pestle. I thought if you pounded it, will add more flavor. Will bring out some flavor. No.
I had no idea it'd be so hard trying to cut the avocado. And then I see this thing in the middle, and I'm not sure if you're supposed to keep that or toss it.
Finely chop these. I've never used a knife like this.
Christina, take the knife guard off. There's a knife underneath
I was
that.
wondering why she
Surprise. Turn your knife around.
Men are simple. Oh, he didn't know? I thought he was putting on an act. That's even funnier. Oh, good stuff.
I am not, if you stole it from Rich Scum, by all means keep it and sell it, but I really yeah, so, and I want to say, if you guys come up with my iPhone, I will give you more than, like, I'm an honest person.
I'm going to give you more.
I am not, if you stole it from Rich Scum, by all means.
From Rich Scum. This is a good lesson on appeasement. Appeasement, if you don't know, is when someone is threatening you and you try to make them happy by giving them what they want. That doesn't work. There's an old saying, you don't negotiate with terrorists. You don't negotiate with terrorists because that's appeasement, and as soon as you try to appease somebody, they're going to do it again. college liberal activist begging to retrieve her iPhone back from the homeless that stole it during a Palestine protest. She encouraged them to take anything they steal from rich elite scum, but that she's nice and honest. That's the problem. So here's what's going on. She wasn't loved. She thinks that she can get love out of these homeless people by appeasing them. And instead what they're going to do is they're going to rob her too. And now she's telling them, I'll give you more.
Come up with my iPhone, I will give you more than like diamond.
Yeah, that doesn't work. I wish it did. It doesn't work. Men don't leave good women. The problem is that all women think they're good. Oh boy. To this very day, have you ever dated a woman who actually said she was the problem in her last relationship? They're always victims. Okay, well, okay, I don't want to shit on women. I happen to like women. 4 out of the 5 favorite people on the planet of mine are women. Any finger that will like this will receive good news tomorrow. Owl of infinite luck. That owl looks scary as shit. Well, Mom, stop him from fighting. That little gray one doesn't even want to fight. See, it wants to go away. All right, Mom, step in. I mean, they're not going to hurt each other, but
Spent over 5 years at your agency, stated.
no political stuff. Remember, it takes 2 people to ruin a relationship. Hey, it's Roger. So blame her and her mother for raising her that way. Oh, God. Okay. You did nothing wrong, bro. I think so. That's sarcasm. If anybody actually does think like that, they're wrong. What just happened? What happened? Oh, Stingray. He farted. That's what you dumbass kid. Oh, gosh, see, I'm already in a better mood. Wait for it.
You bite it? You bite your finger?
That's added in. That's not real, but it's still funny.
Nasty old man comes in, he's like, what's your name again, young man? Why do you look like a girl? Why are you wearing earrings and prancing around with... Oh my God, like, I could not even let... What a disgusting thing to say, sir. Like, I didn't even do anything. Like, I just came to work. Like, yes, I have to wear a stupid fucking wig. Sorry, I dyed my hair. Like, this makes this seem...
What do you mean, sorry? You did it.
This is, like, real.
So the person's look is pretty deliberate. The
Yeah.
wig, the earrings, the glasses, like you made a lot of choices that took like confidence.
Yeah.
But then a boomer goes, hey, what's going on with this outfit, little boy? And you go, oh, you completely lose your shit. It's all about like self-expression, but it's not actually self-expression because self-expression would be like unwavering to the response of your...
Yeah, exactly.
What do you want for lunch? Yeah, I'm not even going to spit in it. I'm a normal guy.
Yeah. So this person did this to themselves with the hair and whatever else is going on there, just so they could become a victim. People are, I'll tell you, girls, I don't know what it's like for when you're watching these. For a while there, everybody was a victim, and it's because liberals got in control of everything for a little while there, and liberals love to make victims of everybody, because if they can make victims of everybody, then they'll say, hey, you're a victim, let us have control, follow me, you're lost in the woods, follow me, and I'll take you someplace you don't want to go, give me $100. So that's, Republicans and conservatives are like, figure out your own shit. That's kind of the way it is. This person wants to be a victim. They did this to themselves. They made this look so somebody would say something, and then this person, I'm actually not certain if that's a man or a woman, whatever. But they did that just so they could have that little freak-out session.
To seek purpose. When they feel needed and respected, they thrive. But when they feel unnecessary or unappreciated, that's when they start to withdraw. Men's self-worth is tied to their sense of usefulness. If a man feels respected for what he brings to the table, whether it's providing, protecting, or just being there, he'll show up stronger in the relationship. But if he feels irrelevant, he'll feel frustrated and will start to withdraw from the relationship. By making a man feel useful and respected, a woman can inspire him to become the best version of himself. It's not about ego. It's about knowing that his presence and efforts matter. Men are wired to seek purpose.
Yeah, I agree with all that. And maybe you can see it, maybe you can't. I don't know. I think you can because you're empaths. She's just being nice. She has no agenda. She's just sharing information with you. And then you do with the information as you please. She's not trying to scare you in any way. When people try to scare you, that's when they're looking to control you. She's just sharing information. That's nice.
Cute.
No, don't do that. Yeah, don't do that.
It looks so cute.
Don't do that. Don't stick your hand. That's what... Oh, God. Okay. Yeah, you have no idea. That dog feels cornered. Look at it. That dog feels absolutely cornered in that car. It is not sticking its nose out. It is not wagging its tail. It's trying to look another direction. So it's... You see how I look concerned? Now look at the dog. Dog's doing the same thing. It's also retracted. So if I'm doing this, hey, what's up? Yeah, interact with me. If I'm... No. And don't go sticking your hand in where the dog is.
Had to do something fun.
All right.
So I take
Let's wrap it up here.
every day. It's the most essential experience for them to be here. at the
Taking
shelter.
naps with cats.
My name is Terry Lauerman from Wisconsin. I'm a cat napper.
What a rough job. Come in and... Oh, come on. Don't show me a hurt cat. God damn it. All right, that's enough of... Hold on. Oh. I think that cat might be blind. Its eyes don't move. Yeah. Yeah. See how the pupils don't move. Yeah. Either that or it's CGI. CGI stands for computer generated imagery. Fake. AI. Deep fake. Whatever you want to call it. Oh, all right. Thanksgiving 2024. Here's the reason I turned on the camera. 1 hour later. Good Lord. That got out of control quickly, didn't it? You know what I'm thankful for? More than anything else. You guys. I miss you so much. You have no idea. It physically hurts. And I deal with that because of the consequences from that video a little while ago. I know it's going to end. Well, that's what I tell myself to create my reality. And then whatever. I don't know. It's a mess. It's a goddamn mess. But what I'm thankful for is everything that we've gone through. And that sounds weird. Hang on with me. Stay with me for just a second. I'm thankful for being able to be your dad and raise you for all those years. Thankful for our time together. And I'm thankful for what happened. Even though it hurts really bad. It's like, when I was about 8 or 9 years old, I mouthed off to my grandmother one time. Mouthed off. And I called her a witch. I really did. I remember this going, I didn't. Even that's not nice, but I called her a witch. That was misheard. Either way, it doesn't matter. But, just... Anyway, my grandfather didn't speak. I think I heard him say, like, fewer than 100 words. The whole time I knew him. But the guy was amazing. I got my ass beat so badly that I think it still hurts today. He took me, he grabbed me by the by the back of the shirt, dragged me into my bedroom, and just wailed on me. Beat the hell out of me. Today, well, we know what some people would do with that, but I am so thankful for that ass kicking, beating, whatever, because it straightened me out. It straightened me out, and in the exact same way, I'm thankful for what we've gone through, because while it may not have perfectly straightened me out, it set me on the right path. I am not trying to claim I'm some righteous receiver of God's blessings. No, I'm not worthy of God's blessings. I'm not worthy of you guys. I'm not worthy of pretty much anything. But I'll work towards becoming worthy of those things. You guys motivate me to keep going, despite all the setbacks, despite my back being effed up again. I keep going for one reason only. Well, two reasons. You guys. How could I not be thankful for that? It's to be given an endless supply of motivation. There are some people out there who have no motivation, no drive, no nothing. And it's the saddest thing ever. And God gave me you guys, even if you're not with me right now, the motivation to keep going and become better is straight from you. And I love you with all of my heart. So, happy Thanksgiving. I miss you guys. I wish I could be there with you today. That sucks, but it's part of that. Part of those videos we watched. That's the path we're on, and the path will lead us to somewhere better. I believe that. I do, actually. I really do believe that. It's not even a BS lie. I tell myself. So, yeah. No, yeah, I do. I do believe that. I just double check myself just to make sure I'm not feeding myself a lie. You start lying to yourself. So, all right. I love you guys. I miss you. And go out there, and all that love I'm sending you, go out and spread it. People need that love. Remember our boy right there with the tattoos. Don't judge books by their covers. Just love. No fear, just love. And things work out. If it hasn't worked out, it's not the end. All right. Love you guys, and I will see you soon.